Hello hackers, we're back and now we're working on the users section, so let's get into it. The first problem here we have is baseball. It says, I know we're all Yankees fans here, but it's not the same for all your users, okay? It's a little cryptic, so let's take a look at the hints. Take a closer look at your users list to find this flag. And if you can't find anything, I would suggest using some sort of filter to help us look. Okay, so to look at the users, we will cat the etc password file. So cat etc password. And wow, that's a lot. Obviously this is where we're going to use the filter. So let's pipe the results of that to a grep with our fs. And it looks like we got the line right here. So full stack. But I'm a Yankees fan, Yankee fan. So we'll grab that flag and throw it in. All right, next up is Neo. It says the matrix has you, create a user named Neo, and run Neo to get the flag. And we can find it in our Kali VM labs users. So let's CD into there. What is that, 050? Cool. And now we need to create a user named Neo. So there's two commands we can use. We can either use user add or add user. I'm going to use add user this time. Add user Neo. And so we'll give him a password, a very secure password. Okay. We don't actually have to put any of this in. So I'm just hitting return. All of this is correct. And now we've created that new user Neo. So even if we cat the etc password and then grep Neo, definitely have a user Neo. So now we need to run Neo to get our flag. So that's here. And there we go. Enter the matrix. Okay. So we'll copy that flag in and get our points. Next up is super agent. One of the agents has superpowers, continuing with the matrix theme here. And we need to switch to him or her and run super agent. We can find the file, of course, inside our VM. So this one, again, a little bit cryptic. Let's take a look at the hints. We need to figure out what superpowers in this context means, other than being root, which is the one other thing that's essentially the equivalent, and that's sudo or sudo. Super user do. So is there anything special about Linux groups so that we can determine? So the command you'd be looking for is getEnt for get entity or get entries from the name service, right? So we want getEnt. We want to find a group, whoever's in this group, sudo. So whoever's in the sudo group, give that to me. And that's saying that it's agent 13. Agent 13 is part of the sudo group. And so if we look back at the prompt here, we found the agent that has the superpowers, and we need to switch to him and then run super agent to get our flag. So we can switch user with su, and we're going to switch to agent 13. Cool. Now I have this other shell here that's not quite as good, right? I can ls and I can see all of the things here, but I don't get my colorized things, and I actually don't in this particular one have like tab complete. But let's take a look. We need to run super agent. So I'm going to do /super, and you'll see even if I tab, I'm not getting my autocomplete. Super agent. Cool. And we get our flag fs. I am the super agent. Okay. Paste that in. Oops, wrong one. Cool. So what are we up to now? We want to be doing only users. Okay. So the super agent has too much power. Delete him or her and then run agent no more to get your flag. So this is a simple one. Our hint is pretty self-explanatory too. So you should be able to do this. Now I'm still in my shell. I'm still as agent 13. So let me exit, and I'm back. Now this one's asking us to delete that agent. So while we use the user delete, user del, and agent 13. because primary group, because it is not the primary group. Let's see, what does this say? Group agent 13, not delete, remove, because it is not the primary group of agent 13. Okay, well, let's try running the binary. /agent no more, and there we go. No more agent Smith. So copy that, paste that flag in, and what do we have left? Users. So we have Trinity now. It's time to follow the white rabbit, create a user named Trinity, and run Trinity as her. To create a user, Trinity, and run Trinity as her. Must be run as Trinity to continue your journey. Okay, so let's try it. User add Trinity. And then here I did a user add instead of add user. I don't get that whole script asking me for other things. And then we want to sue Trinity. Cool. I'm going to ls while I'm in here, and I'm going to run Trinity ./Trinity. And there we go. Down the hole we go. So let's copy it, paste it in there. Great. Now we're up to the resistance. Neo and Trinity have both joined the resistance. Which pill would you choose? Create a group called the resistance and add both Neo and Trinity to this group. Then run the resistance to help the cause. You can find the file, or we can find it. And we got any hints here? Pretty self-explanatory. Add user to group Linux if we're struggling. So let's see here. Create a group called the resistance. So let's say if I didn't know how, I would just Google how to create a group in Linux. Should get a command pretty fast. Creating users, we already know how to do. So let's group. Creating groups. So we have group add, very easy. So I'll go over here, and then we'll add this group member. I'm going to close this tab. So we're adding group add. As soon as my terminal speeds itself up. The joys of working with free software. Cool. So let's go look at these instructions one more time. We're going to create a group called the resistance. Okay. And then we want to add users to a group. So how to add users to a group. How to add users to a group, Linux. Add a user to a group. Let's try this first link. And we have scroll down. Add a new group. We already did. So we want to. So we have user mod -G, the group name and the username. So let's make sure, change user's primary group, or add an existing user account to a group. That's right, user mod. It looks like they have this -A and -G flag, but let's try. User mod -G, uppercase G, and the syntax is the group name and the username. So the resistance, and we're going to add Neo. I'm just going to press up and change this to Trinity. Okay. Have we done it? Done everything we needed to now. Created the group. We added both Neo and Trinity, and then we need to run the resistance. So let's find it. Let me just clear, and then the resistance. Cool. And we got the red pill. So I'm just going to copy that and throw it in. Cool. And that looks like we've gotten all of our problems for the users. See me in the next video.